Pause for dramatic effect.
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Abby. Well,
let's get moving. Today we're going to be talking about why comparison is killing your progress.
Yes.
This is your life, babe.
It is your life.
Live it.
Live it.
Today we're going to be talking about, obviously, why comparison is the thief of joy.
Also remembering your why to working out.
Like we talked about last week. How to reframe your mindset with a more positive outlook.
Ways to calm your nervous system when you're feeling less than.
Like the box breath we just did. And learning how to love yourself and all of your beauty.
Yes. Oh, why comparison kills progress? This question really makes me think of one of my favorite quotes. And it's that, like, when you compare yourself to others, you're always going to be a second rate them.
That's good.
Because you're never going to live up to, like, who somebody else is.
Them.
Like, if you're always trying to be them, you're never going to achieve that.
Yeah, they're already them.
They're already taken.
So you're going to have to be second place them.
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's really good. Comparison is never going to make you feel good about yourself.
No.
And comparison is such a confusing thing. I think it's inherent in our human nature, but it's such a confusing thing because you're not living someone else's life. Like, their journey is not your journey.
Yeah.
And neither of your journeys are like going in a straight line.
No.
I have the most beautiful painting in my house. It was, I was a dancer for a long time and I loved art. And I still love art, but I remember when I booked my first professional job, I told myself I was going to get a piece of art commissioned to remind myself about, like, my why essentially in life. And so I found an artist in the town that I'm from in Colorado, and I reached out to him and I told him, I was like, listen, this is the biggest that this piece can be, and for the place that I was staying at the time, and I want it to reflect like this exact concept, like life ebbs and flows. I want a visual reminder for when I feel like I'm in the bottom of my life to remember that right now may be the bottom, but it's better than 2 months ago's bottom. And that progress is not linear. Progress is going to have curves, and it's going to have like all of these different twists and turns in life. And I remember seeing it for the first time, and it's massive, like as big as that you can imagine. It fills almost a whole wall, and it's just one black line that has the same pattern repeated over and over and over and over and over and over, because it represents the idea that you're going through the same things over and over and over again in life. They just may show up in different ways. Yeah. But remembering that the twists and the turns do not dictate your life, and that you are moving forward, even if it feels like you're in a low place, that low place might be higher than the high place that you were in last. Yeah. It just feels this way. It doesn't mean that it is that way. Yeah. And I remember getting that and just thinking, like, man, this is something I need to remember forever. Like, if I can remember that my life is not linear, and that I'm not always going to be just like shooting forward to the next thing and achieving and check, check, check. Like, if I can acknowledge that I'm going to go through trials, and if I can learn how to enjoy those and not compare my trials to somebody else's success story, I can find peace and joy in my life.
Well, I think that's the biggest thing. Like, when you're comparing your low point to potentially somebody else's high point, like, you're always going to feel discouraged,
right? Because that's their high point and your low point.
Well, and what are you really comparing to? Like, social media, that's like a highlight reel of the highest moments of your entire life. Yeah.
Or the success that your friend just achieved that they're telling everyone about because they're really proud of themselves, which we love for them. Yeah. We love that for them, and they should be telling everyone. But that's their success story. That's not their 2 a.m.
bad
in the
day.
bathroom sobbing because their life is falling apart story. Nobody is broadcasting that.
Nobody is broadcasting that. I'm not posting. When I post, like, catch my class this week, I'm not posting the, like, photo of me crying in the bathroom, having a breakdown 5 minutes before I go teach a class.
I'm posting the photo out of 50 other photos, and I picked the one that I
took 30. And I changed the lighting and the exposure on all of them to decide which one looked best.
And then we post it.
And then I posted it.
Which I'm sure most of us can relate to. Like, that's what social media is. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with that, but acknowledging that. 100%. And when you see those people up on your timeline, we can love that for them. But know that that's not reflective of maybe the exact moment that you're in right now.
No, it makes me think of like when we're demoing something in class or teaching something new to someone.
This is good.
And they
I know where this is going.
Don't get it immediately, or they're struggling with it. And it's like, I want you to, I want to remind you, I have done this thousands of times.
Also, I haven't been working out for 45 minutes with you. I'm not tired.
I'm not tired. I'm fresh.
You're seeing this on a fresh body.
You are fully fatigued right now.
And also, I'm doing this in front of an entire class, so I'm going to be looking
Pressure
my best.
is on.
I'm not here to work out. I'm here to show you.
Yeah.
And so you're comparing my performance
Yes.
to your real life.
Yes.
Which is not going to serve you.
And my performance is somebody who quite literally does this professionally for a living.
Yeah. Yep. No, that's a really good analogy.
You cannot compare like where you're at starting with something or where you're at with something that you maybe learned a month ago to like where the person who is quite literally the professional instructing you is at.
Yeah. No, totally. Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
It's crazy.
That would be crazy. So why are we comparing
yourself
ourselves
to the girl that has been doing this for 3 years and this is their favorite instructor and they know that instructor's cueing in and out because they take that class so much.
Yes.
And that instructor and client have a vibe.
Yes.
Why are you comparing yourself to her?
You shouldn't.
Or you're comparing yourself just like physically to another body on social media or in class or on the street or wherever you are. But you don't know what that person has gone through to be in the body that they're in.
No.
I remember I taught dance when I was younger. I actually went to school to teach dance. And that's like what my degree is in. And I remember I would work with younger girls. And there was this one specific girl that I would work with. And in the ballet world, she had like the ideal body type. She was very thin, very tall, very lean. But I remember I just grew close to her. We just had a close relationship in the studio and she would confide in me and things. And I remember her opening up to me at one point about struggling severely with body dysmorphia, which being like, I mean, in the dance world, I'm curvier. I'm not stick thin. And so in the dance world, being a curvier girl, like listening to a younger girl tell me that has the ideal body type, tell me how much she's struggling with body dysmorphia and opening up about how like in the ballet studio, it's one thing, but then in her real life, she's consistently made fun of for being so thin. That I think in a way rewired my brain to realize like you do not know what someone else is going through. No. It was so easy for me, like not saying that I compared to her specifically, but there were definitely adult versions of her in my classes that I found myself comparing myself to. Yeah. Having heard her story and like understanding what she's going through outside of the ballet classroom and knowing she's struggling with her body really rewired my brain to just try to acknowledge, like when you see someone, try not to see them body first. Try to see them human first because you don't know what's going on or what has created the circumstances for them to be in the body that they're in. And that goes on all spectrums. Yeah. Maybe this person and maybe you're comparing in other ways. Maybe you're comparing to try to boost your self-esteem, which I'm telling you will not make you feel better either. Tearing down another woman is never going to boost your self-esteem. No. It may give you a weird dopamine hit in the moment, but
it's not going to make you feel good long term.
It's not. And so maybe you see someone that you're like, oh, well, I'm crushing this workout in comparison to them, but maybe they have hypothyroidism and they're really struggling to keep their weight down because their body systemically struggles, or maybe they have PCOS and this is the best thing for their body and that is their healthy weight,
or they're like recovering from an injury,
or they just
like
had a
you
baby.
Don't know where somebody's starting point is,
so why are you comparing?
Like you could be returning and that's why I feel like comparing yourself is so crazy
and dangerous,
because you could be coming from like your postpartum and you're now returning to movement and you're like, oh my gosh, all of these other girls are doing so much better than I am, blah 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, but you also just grew and birthed an entire human being 6 weeks ago. Give yourself a little grace. No kidding. Your body's been through a lot. Like, what?
Yes. Or you're a college student and you've been studying for finals and you are grinding out that medical degree and you haven't had time to get to the gym. God forbid you're becoming a doctor and you're doing something good for the world and you haven't lost weight.
Dare you prioritize anything else in your, like, yeah, of course.
So stop comparing, because you just don't know the other person's journey. And not only do you not know it, when you compare that way, it diminishes you and it diminishes the other person.
Yeah.
It makes both of you subhuman. I'm going to come back to this phrase. When you see someone, it's very important that you do not see their body first, but you see the human inside of them first. Because when we can connect on that level, it's so much easier to combat comparison.
Yeah. You say this all the time. You say, think more of yourself, and there is more of you.
Yeah. The more that you think of yourself, the more of you there is.
Yeah.
It's so true, though. What you believe is what will come true in your life. And I think that that's on all philosophies in life, whether it's faith, whether it's personal fitness journeys, whether it's friendships, whether it's relationship, like whatever it is in your life. This is just free life advice. Not that I've lived I haven't lived many years, but I'll argue that I've lived many lives. I'll make that argument for myself. My free life advice is that what you think does become.
Yeah.
It just is true. If you can, this kind of goes back to our episode last week too, like determine your why. If you can decide why you're doing this and boost yourself to that why, it will be so much easier to combat comparison, because when those moments arise, they are inevitable because we're humans. I hate to break it to you, but it is inevitable to not want to compare yourself. We are wired to survive, which means that we will inherently compare.
Yeah.
However, we live in a civilized society, and so we have the option to kind of rewire our brain and decide how we want to feel about things. So the more that you decide how you feel about yourself, and the more positive those things are, the more positive your life will be and the people around you will be.
Well, it just really affects your mindset. Like when you're speaking all of that negativity and you're using like negative self-talk, you're going to feel that way because it's what's surrounding you.
Yeah.
I feel like I say this all the time. But
You
like,
do.
Stay Delulu. Like a little bit, stay Delulu.
Yeah.
Like talk to yourself positively, talk to yourself kindly.
Yeah, like you are that girl. This is your life.
Yes.
Do that more.
When you think of that of yourself, like that is what you speak into existence. It's what you become. It's what you chase after. It's how you feel about yourself. It's how you think about yourself. And you think of yourself in a much more positive way.
Yes.
Versus focusing on such negativity all the time.
Right. Which I think also, to talk about this in reference to comparison, the better you feel about yourself, the less likely you are to compare to another human.
Yeah.
The higher your self-worth is, the more value that you think you hold, the more worthy that you think you are to take up space and to exist in the world, which if you haven't heard this today, I'd like to take a pause on this podcast and tell you that you are worthy. You deserve to take up space. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be healthy. You deserve to have and experience good things.
Yeah.
The universe, whatever you believe in the universe, however that is in your life, it wants you to be happy. Yeah. We sometimes sabotage that with things like comparison.
Yes.
Re-entering the podcast.
Yes.
But remember that.
So how do we combat it?
How do we? Like truly, how do we do this? I think knowing yourself.
Yeah.
What are your triggers? Like what makes you feel some type of way, whether
Is it your 2 a.m. doom scroll on Instagram in your bed when you should be asleep already?
Yeah.
Where you're sitting there scrolling through like skinny
Mindless.
talk and feeling like not great about yourself.
And what are you going to do at 2 a.m. to combat it anyways?
Truly.
Like,
Truly.
why
What are we
doing
going to get
that?
done at 2 in the morning?
Yeah. Is your trigger, you go to the Pilates, like, okay. And I'll say this multiple times. Love a matching set.
We do. If that helps you, like when you're in a rut, get out of bed and get going.
Wear it.
Love it.
But if you find yourself in classes with only girls in matching sets and it makes it so that you cannot focus on the class and you are constantly looking in the mirror at other girls or other women, find other classes.
Find another class.
It's not that there's anything wrong with that class or the girls that are showing up to it. I love that for them. And I love that that's what's getting them there.
100%.
Maybe that will be you one day too. Like,
but you don't have to be in
No.
that kind of, like, you don't have to be in a matching set, hair blown out, makeup done.
You don't
to go to, like, you don't.
not even like,
I look
let's
like I
boil-
rolled out of a Goodwill donation bin every single time I teach. and it's fine. And the world is still turning.
It's still
the
turning
sun is still rising and setting.
And she teaches a mean class.
And I teach a mean class.
I actually took her class today. I can verify. I was shaking today. And you did look homeless.
I do. And that's fine.
I think baseline though on that statement, it's not even about matching sets. If the space that you're going to makes you feel like you are going to compare yourself, stop going to that space.
And if it doesn't feel welcoming to you.
Yeah.
If you don't feel welcomed and included and you feel like the verbiage in the cueing isn't inclusive to you, don't go.
Yeah.
Find a different place to go.
I do think that there's an asterisk we need to put on this. Yes, we want to be aware of our triggers, but also your triggers are your triggers.
Yes.
And we can't just be running away from them all of the time.
No.
Sometimes we need to sit down and acknowledge the triggers. And that's where I think it comes back to the self-love and the self-talk.
Yeah.
Because you can't just run.
No. You got to solve or dissolve.
We got to solve or dissolve. That's so good. We either solve the trigger or we dissolve the trigger.
Yes.
That's good.
But we got to try to solve. I mean, at the end of the day,
ultimately, we can dissolve. That's so good, Abby. We can dissolve to put us in situations to hopefully solve.
Yes.
We can't just constantly be like, oh, well, I'm not going to go to that class anymore.
No, because that's not realistic for life. Like you're going to walk around someday in Trader Joe's and somebody is going to be in a matching set, 6-pack out. And you're going to have to learn how to take a pause, take a breath.
And maybe that's not your trigger. Maybe your trigger is a really beautiful curvy woman.
Maybe it is.
And she's wearing that bodycon dress that you just, no matter what, you can't wear because that's not your body type.
Yeah.
You're going to have to love that for her.
Shoot. Well, shoot.
Yeah. Yeah. Which I think I'm just going to bring it back to, I think it comes back to self-love.
Yeah.
This is going to come back to self-love, which can show up in so many ways. If you're struggling with the concept of self-love, we have this really awesome study that we've found that actually I think was birthed out of COVID that was explaining that self-love doesn't always have to be mental, because sometimes battling things in our head can feel
scary,
super scary. There's this woman that mentors me in life. But she always says this thing. She always tells me, she's like, don't go into your head alone. It's like a bad neighborhood. And I'm like, it's so true. I don't want to be in there by myself. No. There's crazy, scary things happening in my head sometimes. I'm the one on the corner screaming at myself. Sometimes it's too overwhelming. And so you need a physical thing to do. Yeah. And so we found this study that we'll link in the comments.
Yes. So there's a bunch of studies on how if you receive a hug, it reduces your body's cortisol response to psychosocial stress. And
which basically means, if you don't know any of those things mean,
if you hug someone, your brain just releases happy hormones and you're less stressed.
Yes.
It's basically the nice way to say. But they found during COVID that self-soothing touch, like a hand over your heart or giving yourself a hug, actually has the same effect on your body.
Yeah.
Which is really, really cool. If you're not in a place where you can, which I have done, I have texted one of my friends to swing by the studio and give me a hug. Jess Galing, I love you. But if you are not in a position where you can have your friend come by your work and come give you a hug, excuse yourself and
maybe you pair it with a little affirmation love.
Yeah.
Maybe you go to
I'm
room.
Strong. I'm beautiful. I am important. I am worthy of taking up space. I have value in this world beyond my physical,
Yeah. Maybe you listen to that little blurb earlier in this episode. You screen record it on your phone and you play it to yourself when you're struggling with your hand over your heart. But learning how to regulate your nervous system in a way that's loving towards yourself is ultimately going to be the best tool in your toolbox to be able to solve comparison. If comparison was a nail in the wall, self-soothing and self-love is like a hammer.
Yeah.
It is the tool to put the nail in the wall. And we're out here trying to use whatever we can get our hands on. We're out here with
pull it out.
Or pull it out. That's so good. You can do both with the hammer.
Yes.
It's the tool.
It is the big tool for life.
Which hammer, if you didn't get that, hammer equals self-love.
Okay. So we talked about that. I think another big way is keep proof of your progress for yourself.
Ooh,
Like
I
when
love
you're
it.
like, I feel like I'm not making any progress. I feel like I've plateaued. I feel like
love
I
it.
haven't gone anywhere.
I love it. Physically and also emotionally, I love that. I had a very challenging season these last 6 months of my life. They were hands down the hardest season I've ever gone through. And to get through that, because of this exact reason, I knew that I was going to spiral into despair.
Yeah.
If I didn't find a way through it, I decided to keep a journal of joy where every day I would record anything that brought me joy on my phone, which it would be silly things sometimes. Like in this moment in this room, it would be Abby and her pink blanket because that was a moment that brought me joy today. And then at the end of the day, before I would go to bed, I would compile, or the next morning, if I had a late night before I did my next day, I would compile all of those videos into a really short clip. And I did that every day for, oh my gosh, I think it lasted over 100 days that I did that. It was a long time.
It was a while.
And I remember your brain is so strong. Yeah. The neuroplasticity, the ability that you have to rewire your brain is so incredible.
Yeah.
I truly think I rewired my brain to see joy in the world by keeping a daily document of how I was feeling to track that progress.
Well, I mean, when that's what you're looking for and that's what you're seeking out, that's what you hone in on.
It comes back to what you think you are.
When you're thinking about something in such a negative mindset, like that's what you're gonna hone in on.
Yeah, totally. That's good.
Yeah.
That's so good.
I think also learning to like celebrate the people around you and being able to celebrate them without feeling like you're shrinking yourself.
Yes.
And surrounding yourself with people that also celebrate you and uplift you.
Yep. Yeah. I think if you're looking for an attainable way to do that, start giving compliments, start throwing them like glitter.
Yes.
You see a girl that her hair is flowing in the wind today, tell her. And then if she's weird about it, water off a duck's back. Doesn't matter to you.
You're on to the next compliment.
You're throwing new compliments.
We're already on the next one.
Anyone and everyone. Like if there's something that you see that
and you're like, oh, those shoes are so cute.
Compliment.
Tell her.
Yep.
You're in the elevator and you're like, I love this lady's handbag. Tell her.
Yeah.
Tell her.
Your best friend's smile is just a little sparkly that day.
Tell her. You like her teeth when you print her head out on the cardboard.
This is a true story.
Caitlin printed my face out on cardboard for my half marathon. And I got a 3-minute long voice note. Mind you, I used to be very embarrassed about my teeth. I went through so much orthodontic treatment. And I got this 3-minute long voice note that was like, you have really nice teeth. Like I'm seeing it. And when I tell you nothing made my day harder than that did.
And it's still making her day.
It's still making my day.
Now.
It's still making my day right now.
Yes.
Actually haven't stopped smiling.
Throw compliments like glitter to anyone and everyone. The more that you celebrate others, it'll be so much easier to celebrate yourself because it's the same concept. If you see good, you will see good.
Yes.
If in other people, instead of looking for criticism, you're looking for good, when you look in the mirror, you're going to start noticing good in you as well.
I think also coming back to your breath and coming back to a moment of stillness to calm your nervous system down.
Yeah.
And bring you into a position where you can think a little more clear and you're not coming from just pure emotion.
Yes. Yes, which you can do through the box breath that we did at the start of this episode. I love breathing. I love breathing. You can do this honestly by listening to your favorite song and screaming it at the top of your lungs. Yes. You can do this by listening to the affirmations with your hand over your heart. Like we said earlier, there are so many ways, but those are 3 practical ways that you can bring yourself back into your own body. And then remembering one bad season or one bad set of training or one bad XYZ, it's not determining your life.
No.
It's not going to determine your life. So let those seasons come, let those seasons go. Remember that your life is not linear.
No.
It's going to ebb and flow.
Well, and reframing that mindset too, that if you go into a workout and you're like, dang, that didn't go how I wanted to, darn it. I really the other day I went to go for a long run and I was like, oh yeah, shoot, that did not go
right off the bat for you.
No, right
literally
off the bat.
Within 5 minutes, right?
Within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But also how lucky are we? Reframing that mindset to yeah, I could sit here and I could hound on oh, this really sucks that it didn't go well. But also how lucky am I to be in a position that I get to go move my body and have a bad training session. and like reframing that thinking into a more positive manner of like, yeah, it didn't go well, but how lucky am I to have a bad session?
Yeah.
How lucky am I to be able to be outside and have to walk home?
Yeah.
Because I threw up on my run and it didn't go well. Like, how lucky am I? You know what I mean?
I think this is all so good. Yeah.
And so I think just being like able to like reframe that in a more positive.
Ultimately, it all comes back to you. I think the best way to combat comparison, all of this summed, is that it's going to come back to you.
Yeah.
The more that you focus on you and you focus on the good in your life, the positive in you, the enjoyable things that you get to do, the things that make you feel good, the smile on your face, like just the more that it's about you in a positive light, the easier it will be to
your
combat
brain is
comparison.
like your most powerful tool, like truly your most powerful tool at your disposal.
Yeah. I think honestly, like our biggest piece of advice today, and I'm going to look straight at the camera for this one, love yourself. You are so worthy of love. Learn how to love yourself and watch how the rest of your life just starts to fall into place.
And maybe like make a list of things about yourself that you do like and that you are grateful for.
Yeah.
Instead of like, if you have a hard time focusing on that, sit down, make a list, grab your little girly drink, make a list. You know, I'm really grateful for the empathy that I have for other people. Or maybe it's that you have like great height and you can reach the top shelf.
I love the top shelf. She always comes back to
No, because I just feel like it's so important to be able to live on our own.
It is. She feels passionately. You're going to
I feel passionately about the top shelf. I think this might end up being a theme.
Oh my gosh, I'm dead.
Or maybe you are shorter and it's like easier for you to get down into the bottom cabinets.
Yeah.
Like there's always an advantage somewhere. Look for it, make a list, come back to your list, focus on it with positivity.
Yeah. And build this life like it's yours because it's not someone else's.
It's not someone else's.
Hashtag your life, babe.
Hashtag it's your life, babe. No, you have to wake up and live it every day. Like you have to wake up and look at yourself in the mirror and live through your life every day. So other people's opinions and other people's things shouldn't have that much of a bearing because they don't have to live your life.
Right. You
They don't live it with you every day.
So love it.
So love it.
Love it.
Build a life you like. Do things that make you happy. I think this has been very productive. I think we should end on a positive note.
Absolutely. This is your life.
Table till our next episode.
I think so. This is farewell.
Yes.
Farewell. Au revoir.
Bye.
But we'll see you next week. Same time.
Same place.
Yep. And let us know, as always, in the comments, in the DMs, hit us up. Let us know what you liked about this, questions you have, or things that you want to hear us talk about.
Yeah, definitely. Give us a little follow, give us a like, subscribe, send it to your sister, send it to your friends.
Interact with this content. The more that you interact, the more content we get to make.
Send it to your mom, send it to your best friend's mom, send it to your grandma.
Yeah, send it to your best friend's mom. That's good.
Ooh, send it to your best friend's mom.
Send it to your
neighbors, grandmas, sisters, cats, friends,
owner.
Send it to everybody.
Interact with this content and then we can make more.
Yes.
We would love to continue to make these podcasts and talk about uplifting things for women. But most importantly, and above all else,
grab your pink
and get
outside.
moving. Yep. Get moving, girlies.